Right, lads, how's it going? Right, Chris, you asked me about have I got any plans for my smokehouse? No, I haven't. So I said to you, I'd just talk to you about it. Okay, so this is basically a wooden shed that we're building from scratch, okay? No plans, making it up as I go along. So I'll just explain what I've done so far. So any wooden shed needs to, well, any shed needs to start at the bottom, really. On this particular case, I've concreted these two 6x6s into the ground, and I've gone across because I've got a very strong fence post. I've got railway sleepers. I've used that. Not ideal. Not ideal. Really, I should have come away from the fence, maybe a foot or two, so I can get round there, etc. But anyway, I ain't done that. So I've used that. So when I convert this into a full shed, it's going to cause me problems with making that back wall waterproof. But I've got ways. I think I've got a way I can get around it. So Chris, start at the bottom. You need a floor. You need a floor, you need sides, you need a top. So as far as plans, you make it as big as you want. Or you can, length, width. If you're a bricklayer, or you won't be a chippy because you're asking me, but if you're a bricklayer, you know how to set something out square. Start the floor, work up. In this particular case, like I said, I've concreted these beams in. And all I've done is put a floor underneath. I've used 8x2s screwed into the side of this, into the side of this, into the fence post. So that gives me my two sides. And then all it is a case of running your joists along there. I think we did them about every 450, 500. I think 600 is what the norm is, isn't it? Something like that. So that then gave me the base. I've then put decking on it, which is just kickboards, because it's temporary. Because eventually I'm going to turn this into a shed. At the minute, it's going to be just like a shelter with a tin roof. We started building the roof and a deck. So I've kind of gone about this backwards, haven't I? But to build a shed, you want to start with your floor, build your sides, build your end, build this end. You're going to have a door, you're going to have a window. That's all down to you, isn't it? And then you construct the roof. And the easiest way is to do a flat roof. With a shed, they call it a pent shed, don't they? When it just slopes so the wall falls one way, water falls one way. So the easiest way is to make that side of the shed 40, 50 mil, say, higher than that side, and then run some beams across. And then if you're just going to do a felt roof, you could put some ply or some OSB on there and then felt it with the mineral paint, you know, the green, whatever it is, the shed stuff. Is it mineral? I don't know. This one, I'm doing a tin roof, the corrugated. So I set these trusses out. I've only built 3 trusses here. I built one there, one in the middle and one at the end. And then I've just literally infilled with some more rafters, nogged it, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a chippy, just telling you how I talk. Got the braces to stop it falling that way. I haven't notched it out. I haven't done bird's mouth on here. It's all been double screwed, but this isn't finished yet. It's getting more timber in it, so it's never gonna blow off in the wind, because I'm going to infill, I don't know if you can see this, lads, between the rafters here. I'm going to put some more 3x2 on there and screw it down, and then also screw the rafters into it just to seal that all up. Then eventually I will insulate the roof and then probably put ply or something to hold the insulation back. I might even use boards similar to this if I've got any. So we got the floor on. You need a corner post. You need a corner post for the sides. If you concrete it into the ground, it's much easier to build. But the trouble is then it's stuck there, isn't it? Ideally, you'd build a shed and maybe put it on some 4x4 timbers, some fence posts with a bit of DPC on top of the fence posts at the bottom of the shed to stop any water transferring up through to rot it. I've got a shed over there and literally that's what I've done. It's just a case of working it out. The best thing to do, Chris, is get a bit of paper, write some dimensions down on it, and then that way it'd be cheaper as far as buying your timber, because you can get yourself a cutting list, whatever. But I've just literally made this up. I've gone along. So the next stage for me is to put 2 or 3 rafters to these 2 rafters, right? That my little mate Nusser fucked up Friday, wanting to go home. Then I'm going to tin roof it. I've ordered some corrugated tin. And then I've got my shelter for the summer. And then what I would do, as and when I'm ready to build it into a shed, I will unscrew these boards. They're not glued down. Unscrew these boards, insulate the floor, put some ply down. I'll put some strong timber along this, I don't know, 6x2 along the sides, and then build my walls up. Insulate the floor. I'll insulate the walls. I'll probably find a front door without a letterbox, put that there. And here I was thinking of getting some old UPVC windows, taking the beading out and getting some sealed units and putting them in just as fixed windows, so you have the light coming in, but it won't be obviously be able to open, which will make it probably a bit warm in the summer. But I will do an opening on this side and probably the other side, plus you'll be able to have the door open. In an ideal world, I think I'd have a stable door on the front here, so I could buy a wooden door, couldn't I, and then convert it into a stable door, cutting it in half just for a bit more airflow, but maybe also just keep the bottom done up in the winter. It's basically, for me, all this is a smokehouse for my lardies. I mean, they're not hard to build, and of course if you've got the money to and you don't want to build it, get a chippy. You'll knock it up twice as quick, won't you? But these trusses, they look awkward, Chris, but they're not. All I did was down the bottom here, Nuss held the bottom down here, Hooks held the top up there. I eyed it. Yeah, that'll do. No fucking looking for angles and shit and fucking all that bullshit. Don't need it. I know the water's going to run off it. Marked it up, cut them, made one, laid it down on the ground, made 2 more using the first one as a template. Piece of piss. Piece of piss. It's just a job that you need maybe someone to help you with. It's not really a one-man job. It's just you ain't got enough hands and fingers, know what I mean? So yeah, very simple. The major mistake I've made here, and I do regret it, is using the fence post. I just wish that I bought the thing out 2 foot so that I could quite comfortably get behind the shed. But you know what I mean, it's too late now, isn't it? I mean, nothing's stopping me now. It's already crossed my mind to dig down here, dig a trench out here, put some concrete in there and brick this up. And then I could brick into the timber, put ties in there, or I could brick round the timber and round the front. And then by the time you get up here, you've got something super solid to take the weight of the plate. It's just things I'm thinking about. I was even thinking it'd be quite nice maybe to have a brick wall inside to see, you know, as a feature wall sort of thing. Don't know, we'll see. So there's so many options. Do some sketches, mate. Put some measurements down. If you're going to build it near a fence, don't do what I did. Come away, leave a gap so you can maintain your fence. And it's always good place, isn't it, behind a shed? It's always nice to put stuff you don't really want to stare at, but you don't want to get rid of. All right, mate. So I don't know if that helps. I hope it has. Right, so the 6x6 posts, just very quickly, I already had. They're literally gate posts. The timber so far is about 300 notes. So you can build yourself a really nice strong shed for a lot cheaper than you would buy the same size shed from us, and it's going to be much stronger. They use like 19mm timber, don't they, on sheds? Doesn't last, does it? Yeah, all right, okay. That's the smokehouse. Chris, go and build one. Have a good day, boys. Pug up.